All right, guys. So, I would think that everyone has heard about fucking the Nazi salute by now. We've got, especially people on the right, trying to defend it like absolute imbeciles. It's not really a Nazi salute. I mean, come on, dude. He's autistic. Dude, I'm autistic. I don't fucking Nazi salute. Like, ask any autistic person. They don't ever accidentally Nazi salute. Ever. It doesn't happen. Wow. So, I'm gonna cover a video really quickly here from Steve Shives. I've seen a few different videos. To me, this seems to be like one of the better breakdowns, and I agree with a lot of it. There's some parts that I disagree, and I'll kind of chime in when I do. But let's go ahead and get into this.
So yesterday was Inauguration Day, and of course, Donald Trump was once again sworn in to become the President of the United States. And after the inauguration, they held themselves a rally at the Capital One Arena, which used to be called the MCI Center. I was actually there about 25 years ago, a little over 25 years ago, for Starrcade 1999. I was in attendance to witness Goldberg kicking Bret Hart in the head so hard that it gave him a concussion, which forced him to retire a few weeks later, and probably led to him having a stroke at some point after that as well. And now I can say, well, at least that is no longer the most depressing thing to ever happen at the MCI Center. One of the speakers at the rally was one of Donald Trump's biggest supporters and an unofficial member of his cabinet, I guess, Elon Musk. And what has been making the news and generating all the chatter is not anything in particular that Elon Musk said, but rather something he did, a little gesture that Elon Musk made during his remarks twice, actually. And I'm going to show you the video so you can see, just in case you haven't seen it yet, what Elon Musk did. But before I show you, I just want to issue a little content warning for something that, if it's not Nazi shit, it sure looks a hell of a lot like it. See what I mean?
This one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you.
Yeah, I mean, I know what it looks like to me.
Didn't even just do it once. He turned around for good measure. He wanted to make sure that everyone saw that symbol. Let me see that one more time.
Thank you. My heart goes out to you.
Yeah, I mean, I know what it looks like to me. And it's not just me either. And it's not just folks who agree with me, like progressives and people on the left side of the political spectrum, because a lot of Elon's defenders and a lot of Trump supporters and a lot of centrists and moderates and let's not make a big deal out of this type of people are swarming in to say, oh, come on, he was just making a gesture to indicate, well, it's what he said in the speech. His heart goes out to the people who helped to elect Donald Trump. And he was just making a gesture of his heart going out to people, right? There was no intention for any kind of fascist salute or Roman salute. You're just reading too much into it. So I just want to point out that it's not just people on my side of the spectrum, the political spectrum, who are watching this video and saying, oh, dude just did a Sieg Heil. It's not just us. You know who else is thinking that that was intended as a Nazi salute by Elon Musk? Nazis. From Rolling Stone by Tim Dickinson, headline, right-wing extremists are abuzz over Musk's straight-arm salute. Quoting from the article, regardless of whether the South Africa-born Musk intended the salute as a Sieg Heil salute favored by the followers of Adolf Hitler in World War II, as some online commentators have suggested, it was clearly received that way by extremists online. Christopher Pohlhaus, the leader of the notorious neo-Nazi group Blood Tribe, posted the clip of Musk's salute on Telegram with a lightning bolt emoji, evocative of the Nazi SS, and the caption, "I don't care if this was a mistake, I'm going to enjoy the tears over it." Another neo-Nazi leader, Christopher Hood, who founded the New England Race Separatist Movement, NSC 131, also posted the clip to Telegram with the emojis, exclamation point, question mark, and laughing smiley face. Andrew Torba is the founder of the far-right Christian nationalist social media platform Gab, which pioneered AI-powered Nazi chatbots. He shared the clip on his account with the caption, "Incredible things are happening already, LMAO." Far-right author Keith Woods, whom the Southern Poverty Law Center has called a self-described ethno-nationalist and anti-Semite, shared the clip in a post on X, writing, "Okay, maybe woke really is dead." Thomas Sewell, an Australia-based neo-Nazi, whose Telegram avatar is a picture of himself throwing a Roman salute, posted the video of Musk calling it a Donald Trump white power moment. The Proud Boys Ohio chapter posted a clip of the Musk video to its Telegram channel with the text, "Hail Trump." A chapter of the white nationalist group White Lives Matter posted a note of appreciation on Telegram, along with a picture of a banner drop the group had previously executed at a freeway overpass reading, "Elon Musk, stop white genocide." The Telegram caption read, "Thanks for sometimes hearing us, Elon. The white flame will rise again." So it looks to a lot of us like Elon was doing a Nazi salute. It looks to a lot of actual fucking Nazis that Elon was doing a Nazi salute, or at least that it was close enough that they are celebrating and having a great time in the wake of it. But maybe he didn't really do a Nazi salute, right? Maybe it was an accident because people are saying, come on, he's socially awkward. He was just doing the "my heart goes out to you" thing. Like I said before, he's socially awkward. He has autism. How dare you accuse him of being a Nazi? He's autistic and socially awkward. I have friends who are on the autism spectrum. I follow people on social media who are on the autism spectrum and who speak quite openly about their experiences as autistic people. And not everybody's the same. There are different experiences for different people who have autism, just as there are different experiences for everybody. And people who are neuroatypical in all kinds of different ways. Where are the other autistic people or neuroatypical people more broadly? Where are the videos of all of them accidentally throwing up Nazi salutes? If it's just social awkwardness. How about this? Where are all the videos and pictures of all the Democrats and leftists and liberals and left of center people accidentally throwing up fucking Nazi salutes? I haven't seen very many of those. Have you? Or throwing up other white power associated symbols, quote unquote, by accident. Seems like it's always people on the right who are accidentally throwing up Nazi signs.
Yeah, he's spot on this. Like, you're not going to make a compelling argument that it was an accident. No one accidentally Sig Heils ever. It doesn't happen.
Funny how that works. I guess they're just socially awkward in a very particular way that is totally unrelated to their politics and their shitty views on race, right? That's probably it. That's the more plausible explanation. Let me ask you this. If it's because Elon Musk is socially awkward, if it's because Elon Musk is autistic, was that also the reason why Musk endorsed the far-right AfD party in Germany? That is, in the opinion of a lot of people, the closest modern-day equivalent in Germany to the Nazi party? Was that his socially awkward autism kicking in? Is that why he endorsed them and said they are the only party that can save Germany? You think maybe that's related to the salute? Or are they just completely unrelated? It's all just Elon's social. It's all completely innocent. It's all completely innocent. Or the fact that he has publicly endorsed and defended a British neo-Nazi, Tommy Robinson. The fact that he has repeatedly endorsed and pushed and promoted and defended Nazis doing and saying Nazi shit has nothing to do with the fact that he just apparently made a Nazi salute at a speech at a Donald Trump rally, completely by accident. Socially awkward. How dare we come to that conclusion that Elon Musk just made a fucking Nazi salute twice in front of a crowd of people on the day of Donald Trump's inauguration for his second term as president? How dare we? We're just blowing things out of proportion, right? We're just seeing stuff that's not really there. Elon Musk, who has been accused of anti-Semitism by the Anti-Defamation League. Elon Musk, who has promoted anti-Semitic conspiracy theories about George Soros, who replied to a tweet from a neo-Nazi on Twitter who accused Jewish people of promoting hate against white people with, and this is Elon's quote, "You have said the actual truth." But no reason whatsoever to conclude that he meant it as a Nazi salute when he did the straight arm gesture at the speech, right? We're just jumping to conclusions. We're just being uncharitable to poor innocent Elon Musk, who has never given any indication that he has any far-right anti-Semitic Nazi-esque views in his life, right? Here's another question that I've seen a few people ask in defense of Elon. The people who say, well, he obviously wasn't doing a Nazi salute, or he wasn't intending to do a Nazi salute. They say this, they say, why would he do that? Why would Elon Musk make a Nazi salute just out in the open like that? Why would he do that? I don't know. Maybe because he believes a bunch of Nazi shit. Maybe because he wants to signal to all the Nazis watching that they're on the same side, that him and Donald have got their backs, that they're all in this together. Why else do people make fucking Nazi salutes? To let the other Nazis around know that you're on the same team. But why would he do that? Why would he do that in public with the whole world watching on TV? Knowing that he would be accused of doing that? Knowing that a bunch of people would see it and go, holy shit, and Elon Musk just made a Nazi salute? Why would he do that? Why wouldn't he do that at this point? If he feels he has to, he can just deny it. And as you've seen, a whole bunch of people, including a bunch of well-meaning doofuses in the center, will rush to his defense and say, let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's not assume it was a Nazi salute. There are other plausible explanations. He's socially awkward. He has autism. It's ableist to say it was a Nazi salute. And why would he do it in the first place? Who's going to stop him? He's speaking at a rally after the inauguration of Donald Trump, who just got elected to a second term as president after he already had a first term as president that was one of the worst terms any president ever had in the entire history of the United States. So why wouldn't Elon Musk feel completely at liberty to make a Nazi salute, knowing that if push came to shove, he could just deny it anyway? The real question that we should be asking ourselves is, what are we going to do about it? And that's my question to you. If you, like me, believe that Elon Musk meant that shit as some Nazi shit, or at the very least, he's way too comfortable doing some shit that looks an awful lot like Nazi shit, he's way too comfortable winking at the Nazis, if that bothers you, if that upsets you, if that worries you, and by the way, it fucking should, if you're in that boat with me, and I'm assuming most of the people who are going to watch this video, what are you going to do about it? And I'm not advocating violence, and I'm not advocating any kind of civil uprising or uncivil uprising. I'm asking, and especially to every single person watching this who either didn't vote in November or who voted for someone other than the Democratic candidate for president, for whatever reason, for whatever noble reason you think you had.
This is the part where I disagree, but I'll let him continue first.
You had a chance to stop him then, and you chose not to. You had a chance if you didn't vote, especially if you live in a swing state, especially if you live in Pennsylvania or Wisconsin or Michigan. You had a chance to stop this then. And you chose not to. And I'm not saying that to jump on your ass, and I'm not saying that to make you feel like a shit. Okay, maybe a little bit. My main reason for saying it, if you are one of those people who didn't vote for the Democratic candidate for president last time, and you're upset at this, is to tell you that hopefully, we'll just have to see, won't we? But hopefully, in less than 4 years, you have a chance to do something about it again. Actually, in less than 2 years, because we have midterm elections coming up in 2026. You have a chance to do something to ameliorate it then by helping to elect Democratic majorities in the House of Representatives and the United States Senate. And then 2 years after that, in 2028, you have a chance to stop it again by voting for the Democratic candidates in all of those elections and for president. So are you going to do it? I sure hope so. And to the Democratic Party, because I don't just want to...
He's about to get into the Democratic Party, so he's finished that point. I am very much on board with George Carlin on this one. So George Carlin explains that everybody likes to push this narrative that you have no right to talk shit about outcomes or whatever if you didn't vote. And he, in my opinion, correctly states it's completely the other way around. If you vote, you are complicit in the system. Especially if you vote, it's more clear if you voted for the person causing the problems, like people who voted for Trump in this case. But even if you vote at all, you're pretty much playing the same damn game, especially because it's always two really shitty candidates, always, every single fucking time, or almost at least. And what happens is the establishment essentially wins. Well, it's not even a secret. It's not a conspiracy theory. All of our politicians are fucking bought off. Like it's wide open. You can see all of their fucking campaign donations, and oftentimes the same wealthy lobbyist pieces of shit that control the right make the exact same contributions to the left. That way it doesn't matter who wins. They've got what they want. And my stance is I will not ever vote for lesser of two evils. Ever. I'm not doing it. Because then when if I had voted for Kamala Harris, for example, and she does some fucked up some really stupid ass shit, or she continues the fucking genocide of Gaza or whatever, then I am actually culpable to a certain extent. So as George Carlin said, it's the other way around. The only way I vote is if I'm excited about the candidate. Now, at this point, he's too old, I think. So it's we need someone else, like maybe AOC. I was going to say Bernie. I would vote for Bernie at this point because he actually says things that I believe in, and I think he's legit. I don't think he's like a piece of shit. He don't take freaking tons of fucking campaign donations and crap. But unless I have that and they're one of the two main parties, or we have, what's that called? Ranked choice voting. I think we need that in all states, because then you don't get the lesser of two evils deal. Because then you can say, this is my first choice. This is my second choice. This is my third choice. Maybe if we had that in this state, then I might consider voting. But I will not ever engage in any, if I'm not excited, like Kamala Harris, I'm not a Harris supporter at all. I do think that she's the lesser of two evils, but I will not make a vote based on that. And I'll defend that to the end. You will never convince me otherwise. I think that's a terrible idea. And yes, I know they pull the whole, any vote not for Kamala Harris is essentially a vote for Donald Trump. And then you could say the same thing on the other side. I don't fall for that shit. I don't care. You can blame me all day for Trump, and I won't even for a second consider it. The people that are responsible for Donald Trump winning are the people that voted for Donald Trump. Period. Now, if he's about to get into it now, if the Democrats didn't incentivize enough of their base, that's on them. You're not ever gonna try to guilt me in by oh, we had a piece of shit candidate and we had Democrats who for years didn't do a fucking thing for the working class that they claimed to support, who basically became establishment hacks and fucking took money all over the place. Not as bad as the right, but still. You don't get to you're like Republican light, and you're doing everything that you say that you're against just a little bit less. Yeah, fuck that. I won't vote for that shit. And I stand by it till the fucking end. You can say whatever you want. I 100% believe I have the logical fucking position here. So, yeah, I think actually more people need to do the same. Some people need to force Democrats to actually represent people rather than just what they do is they go, we only need to give them just enough to get the vote. And that's all they ever do. Because the truth of the matter is Democrats are, like I said, Republican light. They do not give a fuck about you. They actually are closer ideologically to the right than they are to the left. It's why in the United States, we don't have a left. We have a far right and a center right. And that is obviously the GOP and the Democrats. So, yeah, I'm not going to vote for people that don't represent me. Fuck that. And you'll never shame me for it. I promise you.
Yell at the voters and non-voters, although I seriously and sincerely believe that the people I was just yelling at for the past few minutes absolutely have it coming. But so do you. Democratic Party, Democratic establishment especially. All of you who had a hand in pushing Kamala Harris to the center and to the right, and Kamala Harris herself for going along with it. You need to screw your asses on. You need to find your fucking...
That's the whole point. That they pushed her toward the center, toward the right, is a big part of the reason why a lot of people didn't vote. Like you're acting like they're separate. They're not separate. It's all one and the same. They connect.
Spines, and you need to recognize what this is and what is facing us these next 2 to 4 years. And you need to plant your feet and get ready to fight it. And when it comes election time, you need to get ready to tell the voters of the United States why they should vote for you. And why, when Republicans lie about you, like they did this past time, why they're lying instead of just clamming up like most Democrats did when Trump ran thousands of anti-trans ads and accused the Democratic Party of being super woke and radical left and all in for trans people. And you were just fucking silent about it. When what you should have done was called out their bigotry and said the reason why they're attacking trans people is because they're bigots and fearmongers. And then instead of running on, oh, we're not actually that pro-trans after all, don't be scared, we're not actually that pro-trans, you should have stood up and said, yes, we are pro-trans, and here's why.
Exactly. He's making my point for me. See, it's not like you can't blame people for not voting for subpar shit. It's up to the Democrats to raise excitement to get people on board, and they're giving mixed messages. They're afraid. They're like the GOP and the right in general pulled their woke shit. By the way, even now they're saying that Kamala lost because of woke shit. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. She not once went in there and started talking about trans rights, gay rights, anything woke at all. She didn't stand on any sort of race card or any shit like that. It never happened on any of her fucking talks. So that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my fucking life. And yes, he's right. They should have actually fucking stood by it. And when they pulled out their shit and they're like, yeah, you're fucking protecting woke shit. You're too woke. And then you fucking, you deal with talk like that by actually using your words, not by pivoting or going, no, I'm not woke. That just that puts you in a position of weakness. That's fucking stupid.
Yes, we are pro-immigration. We're not just going to do more Republican shit at the border. We are pro-immigration. And here's why. And here's why you should be too. And here's why you shouldn't be afraid of immigrants. And here's why you shouldn't be afraid of trans people.
And that's what Obama would have done, I truly believe. Obama wasn't too big on like gay and trans stuff, I don't think. I don't know, I could be right. He may have said some about it, but it wasn't too huge. But I think Obama, he was smart enough to where he could have heard something like that and he would have done exactly what Steve Shives is saying here. And he would have done extremely great at it.
And why you shouldn't be tolerant of people who are bullying them and vilifying them or any other marginalized group. Stand up. Be the party that you say you are and the party that we all need you to be and want you to be. Because the question that I just posed to all those non-voters who sat out the last election and helped to enable this shit that happened today and everything else that's going to happen during the Trump administration, it's the same question I have to the Democratic Party. What the fuck are you going to do about it? And are you going to watch this and realize that you could have done more to stop this last time and you didn't? And make sure that you do not make the same mistake next time, because it's not just you as a party and as a political entity that suffers. It's all of us who suffer for your failures to stand up and do what's right. And that goes for those voters who didn't stand up and do what's right. And it goes for the Democratic Party who didn't give more of them a reason to do it and do it themselves.
Nope, it's not on both. It's only on the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party is first. They have to give people what they want. It's how politics work, dude. So if Democrats don't do their job, they won't get votes. And I'll do the same thing again. I don't give a shit what happens, honestly. I don't care how bad it gets. If we get the same old shit, fucking fake ass, fucking establishment hack, center right Democrat people, I won't vote. Period.
Hopefully, you'll get another opportunity in the next few years. And hopefully this time you don't fuck it up.
I thought that was actually more than that, so I basically just covered the end already. So, yeah, that's what I think about that. So, with the first part, I don't know if it's half, but we'll just call it that for simplicity's sake, I pretty much agreed with everything he said. Yes, it's obviously a fucking sig heil. Elon Musk is showing his fucking true colors, and it's fucking pathetic. The second part and the blame on fucking dealing with it, blah blah blah, because people didn't vote, do not agree with that, and I won't agree with that. So I've actually had a lot of people pull that, honestly. Like there's a pretty big divide on this whole. Well, I don't even know if it's a divide. I think a majority of people agree with Steve Chives on this. Chives. Yeah. Good luck. I don't think you're going to change my mind on it. I truly believe that it's the other way around. So yeah, if you don't engage in the system, period, you 100% have more of a right to talk shit because you don't trust the fucking system because you realize what it fucking all is. You see it for what it is. So yeah, that's how I feel about it. Thank you for your time.